the Madness Comic Network and comic-related madness proudly presents Madness Tuesday Morning Brew. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pots Van Zandt on YouTube.
Ooh, doggy, it's Tuesday. In fact, it is the last Tuesday of the year, guys. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I am feeling toasty. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a week. It's been Christmas. We work so hard to give our family the Christmas experience, and then I'm always exhausted afterwards, and then I always manage to get sick. So I'm battling here today. So if I say something funny or I'm forgetting words, it's because of the medication I'm taking. But I'm here, and I love you guys. I didn't want to miss today because we're having some fun. We're going to talk about 2024. We're going to talk about, gosh, everything that's happened between Path of the Pale Rider, Tuesday Morning Brew, and all the new things that we've done, like Killer Karen. And yeah, I just want to hear from you guys, see how you're doing and what your plans are. Today, I'm supposed to have people over. I'll probably keep my distance and be on the couch most of the day. Yeah, that's the plan. So let's get into it. Oh, today's actually a really cool day because I got something yesterday out of the blue. I wanted to share with you guys the next variant cover for Path of the Pale Rider 6. You guys got to see Sad Pancake. This is, of course, DJ Hall. Super cool. This is actually the next Kickstarter. So if you see something by accident, oh, well, we're going to see it eventually, right? Because we're launching on February 1st. But so here's the next one. Da-da-da-da. Cool, eh? This is William Russell and Dave Kemp on colors. This is Zombies and Big James and Hot Sauce because main zombie dude is wearing the heart-stopping jalapeno shirt. So we can tie it all together. So I think they look beautiful. And I don't know if you guys see a link here. We got the West and we got some zombies. So we are smack dab into the Dead West, which was actually the original name for the script. Are you guys there? I'm not seeing any comments, but again, it could be the cold meds. I'm going to put a comment in there. Morning. Maybe. Anywho, so there you have it. There is the second beautiful variant. The other cover we're going to do is just a sketch cover. And of course, we're going to have the wooden mock-up for Gilbert's cover. So I guess I can premiere that too. This is just kind of what it would look like. This is going for coloring this week, next week. So we got some more that's going to be revealed when this one is done. But this is gorgeous. It's someone standing over Jude Sinclair, very, very dejected. I love what he did. If you look at the two different Judes, this is a blood pool, by the way. It's not, don't think of anything dirty. It's not that. It's a blood pool. But if you look at this Jude, he has the living line in his disc. And if you look at the Jude in the blood pool, he has the dead line. And if you look at his face, he is undead. So giving you some hints about what's coming between these three. Definitely some stuff coming. This is the halfway point. So it's all good stuff from here on out. It's amazing. So there you go. Here's a little sneak peek as I scroll up to the top of what this is going to look like. You guys have seen the video. I'll play it again later, but man, we've come a long way in 2024. I mean, look, that's going to be our 7th Kickstarter. But last year, we finished issue number 4, this one. And then we kickstarted the trade paperback. And then we ran issue number 5. So we released 3 books in 2024, which was great. That was the most that we've done. And then we'll see if we can do another 3 this year. I would like to do 3 books. The thing about the trade is that it's, all the art is done and it was just basically getting the books printed, so it was quick. But I would like to do 3 books a year, maybe even 4 books a year. So, I mean, I think the biggest change that happened for Path of the Pale Rider, of course, in 2024 was moving, from Marco DeFeo to Gilbert Perez. That was a huge change for us. Good morning, Lou. Hey, everybody. My comments are not coming through. Let me try them again. See, StreamYard hits. There we go. Hey, William. I just released the cover. I just showed everybody the beautiful cover. Good morning. There's everybody. I'll go back and I'll show it again. Look, give me a second here to get there. Everybody was still waking up. I feel the same way. Here's the next cover. It's in this for, hey, everybody. This is William Russell's cover right here. We call this Big James and Hot Sauce. Because this zombie dude in this beautiful bald, half bald, I guess, zombie bro in the front is wearing the heart stop and jalapeno logo on his shirt. So looking good. Good morning, Levi. Good morning, everybody. Yes, and Dave Kemp is on the colors. And I'm so glad you told me because I'm never sure if it's Dave or Dan. But this one is Dave. This one is Dave. So, but you guys do such amazing work and it always blows me away. I love seeing things in black and white first. Like, and William is so talented because when he and I discuss a cover, he will sit down in the morning and then he just starts to draw and he'll send me pictures throughout the day as he's creating. And I'm just always blown away. Like, that looks great. Oh, that's awesome. The bear looks great. Add a wound. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, so great. And then he's done by the end of the day. It takes him like, I don't know. He takes breaks, but takes a day and creates this. And it's just amazing. And then goes off for colors. This was fun. I really had a good time. Yeah, William, I always love, our collaboration. In fact, I was dreaming last night more dialogue for Vic, one of his characters. So I was sitting in the green room this morning working on your script, which is almost done. So that's in the works too for Psycho Sal 8. And if you guys are not reading Psycho Sal, oh my gosh, you need to read the book. It's about to get wild. Well, I mean, like, it has been wild, but it's, I feel like hold my beer moment where it's like it's about to go off the deep end. And then issue 9 is going to be, it'll just knock your socks off, but lots of good stuff coming. So that's, plans for 2025. It's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to next year. I really am. As long as the world doesn't blow up, we'll have a good time together, I think. No promises. The world could blow up. It's sad, it's hard when you write apocalypse fiction and then like your fiction starts becoming present tense, like current events. It's scary. It's scary. So but yeah, this is gorgeous. I'm super happy. We're going to make posts about this today so people can see it in all its gory glory. But and I mentioned earlier today too, it's like I love how these kind of tie together where it's like you got zombies in the West. That's where we are now in the story, guys. So, and then you tie it. It's so polar. You know what I mean? It's almost like the zombies are happy. Well, I don't count Big James, but I mean, like they're running. They're Sad Pancake looks happy, but Jude does not. So there's something to be said there. I'll let you guys read into that. So, but one of the things I'm very much looking forward to in 2025, we're going to do issue 6, which is of course big, but issue number 7. Issue number 7 is my favorite in the first 12 in that run. And I really can't wait for you guys to read that one. It's such a turning point in the story, and I feel like when you guys read that, you're going to be blown away. It's one of those that's going to be a challenge. Uh, there's a lot of things going on in there. Yeah, I can see comments now. Yeah, they all kind of flooded in at once. I don't know what happened, but yes. Um, but that one is like there's issues with sound and then the amount of action that happens all at once. I feel like Gilbert is going to be um stretching artistically to put 7 together. And Matt Chambers, I'm so sorry. Because Matt's always like 5 panels, keep it to 5 panels. And we're like, oh, this one needed 9. But Matt Chambers, you're gonna have to grin and bear it because 7 is the challenge, but it's so good, you guys. It's so good. So, I mean, other things that we did in 2024, I started making my own t-shirts. Um, that made a big difference. Because I feel like when I do them myself, it kind of like opens the door for all these new designs because like Gilbert and Matt and myself, between the 3 of us, we can put stuff together and I can order all the components myself and just put them together. I feel like when I'm ordering t-shirts, it's like I try to limit the design for the people. Um, so making my own t-shirts was kind of a fun thing for me. You know, I'm crafty, but I also I feel like it just blew the door open on the possibilities for some of our merch. So I don't know. That's what we got for that. So Path is just marching on, man. Um, it's funny because at the end of the year, I usually meet with all the people, all the artists, because we have to talk about financial stuff. Hey, Brandon, good morning. And it's just fun to sit with them just for a few minutes and like talk about how the year went and all the things that we did. And so I got to talk with Marco and I got to talk with Gilbert and I got to talk with Matt all yesterday. And so it was just really cool to sit and visit and think about all the stuff that we did, you know? We've done a ton of stuff. It's a good feeling, but I also feel like, the best is yet to come, and I think 2025 is our year, so oh, but let's talk about the Tuesday Morning Brew. Can you guys believe that this is actually we're on our 3rd year of the Tuesday Morning Brew? I know, Brandon, isn't that crazy? I know. You're in the same place, aren't you? You have 6, 7, 6. Well, I think you have the only reason you have less is because you combined some of your issues. Like you did a campaign for like 4 and 5. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Brandon actually has a little bit of insight. I think I let him read ahead a little bit. He hasn't read to the very end, but he knows what's coming in 7. So, da, 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 da. Oh, you're finishing 6. Yes. Issue 6 for Brandon is a big deal. So I'm excited for Avalon. Um, you do not. You think you know, but you don't know. You crack me up. Was I saying, oh, we're in the 3rd year of the Tuesday Morning Brew. Isn't that crazy? I cannot believe you better not. Brandon, you spoil my story. I can't just look at me. I can't even say it out loud because I don't want to get in trouble. Um, but yeah, back to the Tuesday Morning Brew. Oh my gosh. So this if you guys can believe it, this is episode 154. Not nuts. I took over the show. It was episode 35. And I had no idea I would be, don't do it. Yeah, of course. He would never. He knows that we would stop being friends forever. So, but I mean, gosh, look at back at all the wonderful people that have been on the show. So I actually had to go look. So, where is it? Brad Linder. Okay. So this episode 103 is the one in January of this year, the first show that we did. So we had Brad Linder. We've had launch parties. We've had just wonderful. Look here, Glenn. Oh my gosh, it's been almost a year, 11 months since Glenn was on the show. But it's just incredible to me. I'm gonna mute these because we don't need to hear. Yes. So Levi, I order the HTV. I order the HTV from a company called merchstudios.co, and they printed their high. Let me go back here. Their high quality HTV, and then I got a heat press, and then I order my shirts in bulk from jiffy.com. And then I also do sublimation, but I learned that you have to do those on polyester shirts or a polyester blend, because I did some on. In fact, if anybody wants a free Path of the Pale Rider shirt, I did a bunch. What's that? I didn't hear it. All right. So I did a bunch of Jude St. Clair. You can kind of see. You see how they're faded? I did some Jude St. Clair bullshit shirts. And there's sublimation on 100% cotton. And it does not work because the chemical process is not the same. It has to be like a polyester blend for it to be really dark. So I'll send one to you, Pops. But they're all extra large. That's the only size I made because I was taking them to a con and I was just guessing, right? And I was like, these are going to be super cool because I can do them in all these different colors. But they have this just really faded look, which can be great in, because it's the apocalypse. But some of them are lighter than others. But you can't, you know what I mean? Like they don't pop. You can see the yellow one probably the best. So Pops wants the blue one. Do I have one of the? I don't have one of the polyester ones up here, but it's a big difference. Like they pop. Like you can see them really well. So anyways, I can't sell these. So if someone wants a free one, just let me know. Maybe we can work out something on the shipping. Oh, I hit the space bar. See what happens? Found that out this year too. So anyway, I'll put this one aside for Pops. Trial and error, everybody. But that's what happens when you start making your own things, right? So, yeah, Glenn, it's been, you need to come on the show, man. You need it for promotional purposes. Yes, you do. I don't know if anybody will be able to see it once you get it on because it's so faded, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, like we've had some really amazing creators on, and this is what, is one of my favorite parts of this show is that I get to virtually meet all these different comic book creators who then influence myself and then everybody else. It's great to have a chance to pick brains. Here's Glenn's. Look, that's one. Oh gosh, Glenn. So much good stuff. We could have probably gone for another hour talking about all the amazing things that you do. Just between Jack Kirby and your art, all your traveling, and then Hatch. We could have just watched his videos. Side merch, Path of the Pale prototype. Yeah, I mean, Lou, you have no idea. I have about 3 different things in prototype phase right now. What are some of the things we're looking at? We're looking at some color changing mugs. So like the mug, it starts out one color. When you pour hot liquid, it changes color and reveals an image. So we're working on those. I have scratch and sniff stickers planned for Path of the Pale Rider, and Zombie Flesh is one of the scents. Good morning, Tom. Hey, buddy. How are ya? Tom's another great comic book creator. Him and our stories, I think, are kindred spirits. He doesn't have zombies, but it's definitely apocalypse and don't trust the government. But with superheroes. And such a great story. I just backed his project. Are you still live right now, Tom? Because if you are, drop your link in the chat so we can promote your Kickstarter as well. It's World at War. And then Tom has a amazing podcast as well. He's on YouTube, has a ton of people on. I've been on his show and he is live. Actually, let's do that. Let me pause this for just a second. Let's go find your World at War comics. Kingsville. There it is. Oops, I clicked on the second one. I want the third one. Oh, I don't know how to give him a wrench. Kingsville. I'll post
me a wrench.
He probably needs a wrench. And if not, I can just post it. See, I already backed this.
Okay, well, drop the link. Drop that link.
Yeah, I'm just going to drop it myself. That way we don't have to worry about monkeying around. But this is super cool, guys. The art is amazing, too. Check it out. But it's like they can chemically create superheroes, which are then assigned to like a country or a government, but yet they're still controlled by this company that mines the chemical that makes. Dante's here.
No, I'm just visiting Dante. It's Christmas.
We're not Dante and Karen today. No, I couldn't
I had to
handle
come
that.
visit my boy. That's why I'm at Dante's house.
Oh,
You know.
he just likes that background. It's super cool. But yeah, these are gorgeous.
He's really here. You want me to go get him?
He's like, I put a hat on, and amazingly, I'm Dante.
I'll put some glasses on and sit back, and I'm Dante.
Yeah. So definitely go shopping on this one. This is great. How much longer do we have on this one? 12 days to go. So there's still time, but definitely give this one some love. It deserves it. It is such an amazing story. I got to read the first one. You'll be hooked. If you like Path, you will like this one too. It's Kingsville. And you can get the ketchup.
Yeah,
I got the ketchup just because I wanted physical copies.
We dropped that link all over the place. So.
There it is. Save a brownie.
Dante makes some good brownies. I ain't gonna lie. He does.
Who makes good brownies?
Dante.
Yeah.
He makes good brownies, man. Don't look. That dude might come off like he don't know nothing, but he knows what counts. I'm just saying. You know? He takes care of people. He loves to do things for people. He's a good dude. He's just really high.
All the time. But that was a crazy thing that came in 2024 as well. Hey, Quentin. Laurie. But the Karen show started. So I got to tell you guys, the Karen show started because of Any One World. I mean, like, of course, we had played Slaughterville with Christopher Brown, who's one of my good friends, and Karen and Dante like came to life because not only us, but the people in the chat, like Lou Pons and Hugo Dahl, really coming into the chat and making that the best experience. So we had just a killer time, and we got to step into their shoes for 2 different campaigns, and both times Karen burnt shit down.
Yep.
She just kept lighting things on fire. I think she's a pyromaniac inside somewhere.
Well, see, that's the funny part. It's like we created these characters with no intention of anything that happened ever happening. We were playing an RPG.
Yeah.
I created the funny stoner guy. She created the ultimate Karen, right? And it was fun. Like, and interaction was fun in the game.
Well, and because we had played Tomb of Annihilation with Max, right? Yeah. And I was like, that was really my first time doing a long-term campaign. And I found that the crazier you make your character, the more fun you have, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to be just like the stoic character. My character was a pirate cleric, and she messed up everybody's name. Liz Butcher. And so the butcher was because she would butcher your name. And she had nicknames for everybody. It was a fun time. So that's when we did Slaughterville, I was like, what's the craziest thing you could be in like a horror movie? It would be like a Karen trying to walk around the horror movie, right? And so that's what we did.
And the skeptics ain't creating the little paranormal ghost hunting team, and then Lou jumped in and started drawing us, and it just took on a life of its own. But none of that was ever intended. The Killer Karen show grew out of things. It just kept you see what I'm saying? It all grew out of us.
Well, I still blame George Medina. Okay. So I have this wig because, again, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and I always dress up. I forget what I got this wig for. I honestly don't remember. It's older than my kids. It's been around forever. So it had to be one costume. I don't know, Glinda. I don't know. So it's just been in my closet in my Halloween stuff. And so any one world, they do an annual like streamathon. It was 3 days, and we had this meeting where we're talking about who's doing what and how to do things and where people were going to be. And George Medina skipped the meeting. He was supposed to be there. I don't want to say skip. He had something come up, right? Let's be honest. Let's be nice to George. And but we were joking like we were going to give him all the crap jobs since he didn't come to the meeting. And then one of it was, well, he has to now show up to his bit wearing a blonde wig. And I was like, oh, I have the blonde. So I brought the blonde wig out and I was like, here, George, this is what you're going to wear. And then I hosted the very end of the live-a-thon with the blonde wig on just as a joke. But I took a picture of myself and said, Karen Needlemeyer hosts the show. That was it. Everybody's like, I want to watch that show. And Karen was born into the physical world. Huh?
But it was great.
Yeah. So we've done that for a few weeks now. And that's every other week. And that one is still going. We're scheduling 2 more people. So
yeah,
that's going to go on.
Guests lined up for and it was funny because when I talked to Bon, he's like, I've seen this show.
It's weird because I will have random people bring it up to me where I'm like, no way are you watching this? You know what I mean? Like, I was talking with Marco yesterday and he was like, oh, and your Killer Karen show. And I was like, oh God.
No, yes. Weed is good for glaucoma. Yes. It's one of the few things you can get a legit prescription for weed for back in the day before all the legalization. It was one of the very few things you could get a legit prescription for. And it was these little white pills. They didn't get you high. They were just THC pills for glaucoma, you know. But yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. Medicine. It's Dante's medicine.
What?
You also got to talk to people like Chuck Dixon.
I think Chuck Dixon was the year before.
Yeah, but it's still. I mean, you've got to talk to a lot of many cool people.
Well, of course, Glenn Fleming is high on the list of cool people.
And
then we had Lucifer Storm.
Oh, man, that show was fun.
He is like such an interesting guy. He has so many stories that are just like you can sit back and they're so interesting. He's just one of those people like you could just sit and listen to and be interested in what he's talking, like generally interested about what he's talking about, like his whole Fox story and
everything about. I love everything about that.
Yeah.
And I do want to tell everybody next week we will be back on the Madness YouTube. We did get banned.
Yeah.
Got banned for I guess a trailer that Brian played during his show Sunday night. So we got a 7-day ban. But that show, you can go watch it on Rumble and Pilled and X and Facebook. It's everywhere else. Nobody else banned us for it. Just YouTube.
Lou, I mean, I wouldn't watch Karen with a migraine either. No, she's not for everybody. Especially if you're rocking a headache. So
It's not for everybody when you're feeling good.
I know. Sometimes it's like, oh, I can't today. Sometimes I can't, Karen. Like I get on the show and I'm like, I can't. This was fun too because Jessica was a not a publisher. She's like a manager. She's what do you call her? She's a producer. And I've never talked to a producer. Like, what does a producer do in comics? But I think, everybody needs a producer. I would love to have one on my team where it's just like they're the go-between everybody. So like the artists don't get mad at the writer doesn't get mad at the artist. She sticks everybody to their timelines and like, and she's a genuine reader and consumer of comics. So her opinion on how things look is super important because sometimes you just get lost. You know what I mean? That you have an idea of what you're trying to accomplish, but you're not doing it because you're caught up in the process. And so we need people like that. Kevin Davis
cut into his commission a little bit, Lou. That's all. He cut into his money a little.
Oh, he wasn't very happy, was he?
No, he did.
He's like, oh, you want to do natural method?
He's like, oh, I don't get a kickback for those.
Yeah. Kevin Davis.
Maybe he work out some kind of deal with the dispensary where he gets a little money when he sends people their way.
Yeah, seriously, he can do that too. They can all get kickbacks for everything.
You don't all got to be big pharma. And, you can make money from other places. I'm just saying.
Now, this was a great episode because Kevin was like brand new into indie comics. What?
He was a noob.
Oh, yeah. Noob. I thought you said Lou. I was like, what now? No, but he was noob. Like, and it's always scary when someone reaches out to me because sometimes they want to just come on the show and that's cool. But every now and again, you get people that are like, hey, I want to talk to you. And you're like, about what? You know what I mean? It's always like, you're always iffy. But Kevin is a genuine person. And it's one of those, I'm so, not nude, Quentin, noob, Noob. Thank you. But Kevin was one of those genuine people, like you're so happy that you took the time to talk to because he's just going to be a force of nature when he has like 5 years behind him. I'm not talking about talent and writing. He's already doing all the things. He just needs the time to build his library and his following and his audience. He's going to be unstoppable. So this was fun to see him kind of in the beginning, and then he came on again not too long ago. So another new friend, DM Ray. Ray
actually took the bait and appeared on Killer Karen.
He did. He was one of the first ones too, and had a blast.
Yeah.
Oh, this was my birthday. He came on. Yeah, this is March 5th. So, but Ray is now a friend. So it's another one, like you get to meet people on the show that are great creators. And they become part of your circle. So I met Ray this year and he's been on the show twice and he's been on Killer Karen and he's a regular on Carissa's non-show. So I get to see him quite a bit. He was so funny when we were planning Killer Karen. He had all these ideas and like he had probably the funniest bits between the donuts and the Tim Hortons and the maple syrup and
maple coffee and
rolling. So much so where he was like, stop laughing through all my good stuff. And we were like, sorry.
He was making us laugh so much that he scolded us for breaking character and ruining his good bits.
Oh gosh. Where'd it go?
Definitely fun. Definitely fun stuff.
This is poor Ben had something come up. So it says Ben Lacey, but this was actually Tim. Tim came on. This was a last minute replacement, but Tim is good people. And he came out because a lot of times, we're booked so far in advance. The one thing I wish that Calendly offered as a free service is it puts the calendar thing into my calendar, but it doesn't do it for the guest, which is a problem because sometimes people are booking 3 months in advance and it doesn't put it in there and they forget. And so the week of, I'm double checking like, hey, I just want to make sure. And they're like, something has come up. And so then that's the only time where I'm always like, hey, I'm looking for a guest.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm not looking for guests this week is because we got banned off YouTube anyway.
Stupid.
And shit, man, I need a little bit of a break sometimes.
Gosh.
You know, I'm gonna take the week off that YouTube's given me. I'm not gonna worry about everybody else's shows, of course. I'm gonna make sure they all play, but I'm not too worried about what's your issue this week because I can't do it on YouTube anyway. You know what I mean? It's like,
which issue is this for her? Oh, number 9.
is that her
she's
5th
so
appearance
far.
or 4th appearance?
This was probably like her 12th appearance. And now Corissa, when she first started comics, and her and I were both, I think I was maybe 6 months into it when her and I met. So I wasn't that far ahead of her. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I had done a campaign or two, and I was, had my feet wet. So I was like, you have to do podcasts. And I created a monster because then she was on every single podcast ever. And now even when people come to me and they're like, I need recommendations for shows to go on, I said, go, and this is still my answer, go to YouTube and search Corissa Grant. I'm serious. Go look at all the shows that pull up for Corissa Grant and reach out to those ones because she's found pretty much all of them. And I think it's to the point where some of them are like, you can't come back for another 3 to 6 months because we've already talked to you. Like nothing has changed. You know what I mean? So
But that's just it. If it's every 3 months, something has changed. She got a new book out.
I know. But that's, they're like, it's Corissa Grant every other week. But when she and I first met, and of course I had the show, she was on quite a bit. And so I think she's outgrown the Tuesday Morning Brew is her go-to. She has her own show and she's kind of, spread the wealth around. But she was on quite a bit in her beginning just because it was where she felt comfortable. And I love that about the Tuesday Morning Brew. It's such an easy show to go on. It's not, we don't pepper you with 1,000 questions and controversial things. And, it's just, let's have a fun conversation. Let's nerd out. And anywhere the conversation goes is where it goes. But we still get to talk about your stuff and nerd out. So this was fun.
For those of you on the Critical Blast YouTube and who are not used to seeing this show, hi, it's like a substitute platform for
me. Hi, everybody. Oh, I didn't even introduce myself to everybody on his stream. I'm Laurie Calcaterra. I write Path of the Pill Writer. John Westhoff, another good friend who frequents the show. Oh, he was doing CPS. Good morning. Good morning, Glacier Mountain Comics. Nice to meet you. I'm Laurie. But John Westhoff, another one that frequents the show. I don't know how he does it. Like he rotates through 5 different comic series. I just manage my one. It's enough. But like when people balance, 5 different storylines, I'm like, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it seems like work.
It is work.
We know.
Sean, this was his first one too, and he was kind of new. And I love that. I love that people come on the brew as kind of their first podcast or their first time, we know who you are. And look, we got to know George because of Sean. And I love George. He's a great guy. He's always so supportive. See, this is what happens. We talk to people, we make connections, and then they become a part of your circle. So this was the first time that Sean was on the show for Fog Within, and this was great. We had a good time. Jens. Gosh, remember Jens? Jens after the show was like, can I become a part of your show? I was like, oh, we made an impression. But what a good story. The Bunna. This one was fun, guys. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't heard from him in a while. Ralph came in. Jerry Springer chant. Ralph came in like a wrecking ball, man. This
Ralph
guy
is like my second favorite cop.
is he is like, well, who's your first favorite?
I have a friend that's a highway patrolman in Minnesota that I've known since high school. Vikings fan, dude. I still interact with regularly on Facebook and stuff. When we were kids, I never thought dude was going to be a cop. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's funny.
Some real live
Some
shit
people
happened.
you would never picture that that's their profession. You know what I mean? When you know them personally,
it's
you
like
find out.
Some really crazy shit went down in our neighborhood after I had moved away.
Yeah.
It changed everybody. And in his case, it changed him to go be a lawman. You know, I mean,
that's what
I wasn't there.
What you need.
I wasn't there for it. I know what happened is like some of my friends killed some of my other friends over some drugs, right?
Yeah.
And it like tore the neighborhood in apart. You know, it's like it was really a huge deal. You know.
Yeah.
Look, Carrie was making comments then. Look.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I just informed her that the YouTube is down and she needs to search for the shows this week. So don't be surprised if she pops in. Yeah.
Lou, I would love to have you on the Tuesday Morning Brew. I feel like that's long overdue. I feel like we are kindred spirits. You are so funny. We're both Texans. Dude,
you got something to talk about. You don't have to have a comic book, Lou.
No.
You're an artist. You have something to talk about. You got cool art.
Oh, the Slice and Dice. This one was May 2024. This was
Pikachu.
Pika. I'm debating whether we switch to the Big James suit for the Slice and Dice, but I won't be able to see as well. Might be more dangerous. That's okay. Maybe I'll stick to Pikachu.
Might be.
That was when the stool was intact.
So I noticed you got a little farther away from the pool for this one.
That's because it just kept going. Like, I feel like that one, it exploded everywhere. I mean, that's what the sledgehammer was for. That was the whole point. Justin Koepp, another guy, came in so determined. This was one of his first shows. And he's just so determined to get his stories out there. He has a couple of them that I've seen. This one was SWAT, the Secret Wizard Assault Team. Looks awesome. You were the Gallagher of this generation. That would be super great. I would love to. You would think that the videos would go viral. I tried putting them on TikTok and shorts and reels, and it's still nothing. So I don't know. I think it's the man. The man's keeping me down. No one wants to watch a girl in a Pikachu suit destroy things. I think they do, but
it was fun.
We had Nem on the show. Which one was this one? Phoenix Throne, I think. Let's see. And he's wearing my shirt. Yeah. Phoenix Throne. Highly underrated series. I think this one hasn't found its niche. You know what I mean?
One is for thinkers.
Yes, it's like Dune. It's like Ender's Game, where there's just a high level of thinking and espionage, and the characters are just so deep.
There are a lot of layers to that book, and only the first. You've only seen the first one, so it might take a minute for people to get it. But if you like that kind of stuff, if you like a thinking man's reading, that's your stuff.
I think everybody everybody our age and older knows who Gallagher is.
Everybody knows you got to pull the plastic up if you're in the front row. Everybody knows.
Gotta wear the poncho. Yep. You know what? Nem is currently working on a Space Monkeys project. That is super cool, you guys.
And that grew out of the Phoenix Throne book.
Yeah. So
because he was making funny ads, right? He made this funny.
Yeah, he made it as like, you get like the
old school ads. You
Old
know,
school sea monkeys. Look, Mom,
yeah,
I can see the sea. Yeah, the sea monkeys, right? Is that what they were called?
sea lions or some
Sea,
shit. I don't remember.
what were those called, you guys, in the chat? It was like the X-ray specs and the decoder ring, and then I think it was the sea monkeys. I could be wrong.
But yeah, Space Monkeys is wonderful. And he's really going all out on the humor in that one. So
It
you're gonna
is
have a
so
really
funny.
serious book, and you're gonna have a really funny book that grew out of it.
Yeah. This is where I met Ed Davis, who was another super funny guy.
Who also brought 2 shows to the network.
And he
Yeah.
came on Killer Karen. Like he's great. He's a great writer. Another kindred spirit. His series is called which one? Well, this one was Corruptor, but he has another one where it's like Immortal Era, I believe, is it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, where the people don't die. And I was like, ooh. I was like, we need to talk. Because I
yeah,
think we're both onto the
after
same thing here.
after he appeared on your show and he told about the shows he was thinking of doing,
Mhm.
First Impressions, which is a music show, and of course Saturday morning comic talk. And I was like, you just got to bring that stuff over here.
Yeah.
Got to. So now you get that stuff on the Madness Network. He is part of the network now.
That's
It's
great.
cool.
Yeah, he has a Saturday morning show where they talk to indie comic creators about not comic things. Just
Mhm.
talk about every other thing. And then him and his friend, I think it's Dash Hooper, right?
Yeah, Dash
And
Hooper.
they talk about music, which is also super cool.
It's
listen to
all
music.
first impressions. They pick albums they've neither one of them heard before.
Yeah.
They both listen to it one time, and then they come out and give their first impression.
That's an interesting show. I haven't caught that one yet, but
It's
I need
pretty
to.
good. I watched the Blue Oyster Cult show. I watched the Stevie Wonder show, the Jethro Tull Christmas show.
Yeah.
Because Jethro Tull had a Christmas album that nobody ever heard of before. The Snow is Fresh.
Probably a reason.
The Snow is Fresh is the name of the album.
That's
So,
funny.
you know, they did that one last week. Got something lined up for tomorrow night. I haven't.
Cool.
I think I already set it up. I don't remember. I worked too hard.
Jeez.
I don't remember if I set it up yet.
Now, and this was funny too. I felt so bad because Christian wanted to come on the show, and this is one of the cons of the Tuesday Morning Brew being so popular, is that Christian wanted to come on the show while his campaign was live, but I couldn't. I was booked, and so he came on right before and right after.
Yeah.
It's like, dang it. So this was the before. Oh, we're doing shout outs. Oh, look, this was issue 5. We were promoting issue 5 at that time. There's Christian. Pinocchio, such a great book. I got a copy. A Saturday Morning Brew? No.
Yeah.
That's Ed's job. Ed Davis does a Saturday morning show.
Yep. We got a Saturday morning comic show. We got a Saturday draw stream. We got Stephen B on Saturday night. We got, it's like we got random stuff from John's Long Box on Saturday night. Saturday's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Archie. Remember Archie? This was super cool. He found me randomly on Facebook. He was just I'm in a podcaster Facebook group, and someone was looking for podcasters in the Dallas area, and that's me. And so he came on to promote a theater show that was being put on. He's a promoter. So he talked about himself, and he runs a magazine. And he has these super cool, hey, speaking of Edward Davis.
There he is.
Yeah. We were just talking about you being on the Tuesday Brew and all the cool stuff that you've done and brought to the madness. So it's really awesome to have you. So we had Chad on, our good friend Chad. We were talking about Off the Hook #1. Look, we decided to wear hats. And I don't know why. We got between this one and the madness and the Facebook, this tripled in views because we were wearing Pokemon stuff.
And I'm just gonna say, Chad is hilarious. He also came out and did a Killer Karen episode, which was hilarious.
Which was unhinged.
Yeah. Ed, I might not watch that one. I'm just saying, I may not watch that.
Oh no! I mean, we could watch it just to hear, you know, what they think of it. Because I bet you it's, I don't know. We'll see. This show, this Tuesday Morning Brew with Johnny Sayura was probably, this is the one I have laughed the hardest. I laughed the entire show for this one. He is so funny. We were talking about some of the stuff that he created, and he brought up, what is it? 2 cans of tin. What? Say it. It's 2 tins of beans. Fucking something like that. What is it called?
Something like that. Yeah.
But insane amount of work that this man has done, and hilarious.
He's also a tattoo artist.
Huh?
He's a tattoo artist.
I was
trying to get him, and he was trying to get his bosses to let him do a show out of the tattoo store, out of this tattoo shop, so we could watch him work. But I don't think he works for them anymore. So that didn't happen. But yeah, look, I'm always trying to bring new stuff to the network, guys. If you got something fresh, people ain't seeing it. You know, you don't have a big enough following or whatever. Bring it to the network. Let us help. Let us help get it seen.
This
60 people watching right now across a few different platforms. So
yeah,
you know,
this series, Fluff's Fury, is the brainchild of Johnny and my colorist Matt Chambers. And so, of course, I wanted to support them while their Kickstarter was running. And of course, Matt, you're a chicken shit when it comes to being on camera. He won't do it. I'm gonna call him out, but I love him. No, don't get me wrong. I love Matt Chambers. He just won't come on the camera. So he made Johnny come do it. But oh my gosh, this was so fun. If you guys that want to go back and just laugh, you'll hear me laugh the entire time. This is such a fun show. This one, just amazing how people can be so funny and so talented, and yeah, it's like still we don't know who they are. It's like we should know who these people are, you know, instead of all the nepo babies. This one, I think we had Chris. We had Chris in the first hour, and Nem had to host. Where was I?
You were at a child function.
Oh, I was supposed to be in Michigan. Oh yeah, that was a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be in Michigan. My brother, my sister-in-law had a baby in June, and I was planning a trip, and that's when that like airline glitch happened, where like they updated and the update was incorrect in the code, and like everybody's flight got canceled. That was me. I was in that, and I was so mad because I was supposed to be there, and I ended up Matt's a chicken. I was stuck in Texas, and I was just so mad. I was like, I'm not coming on the show because I won't be nice to anybody. I would truly be Karen and be like, I don't fucking care about anything you have to say right now because I'm supposed to be in Michigan. So I had already scheduled Nem to host, and so Nem was kind enough to host that week. So
and he did a great job. Great job.
Well, Nem has hosted a few shows, and I think I'm not sure if he's he's hosting a new one now. But him and I always talk about hosting a show together, like a horror series, and we did one.
He's going to be running another game for us here pretty soon.
Oh, okay, cool. So. Man, I need a clone. But Chris is another super talented guy, and he's been on the show before. And I was sad I had to miss his episode, because he runs D&D, and then writes comics about the exploits from the D&D. A lot of times they'll record the session, so it turns into this comic, and it comes through because the characters are so different and so funny that it's like there's no way this comes out of the brain of one person, and it doesn't. So really good, really good. John Westhoff again, Joe Solis. This was a great one too. I love Joe. He's such a great guy. He generally wants to help people. He's always helping promote Path of the Pale Rider
Yep.
as well. Like he's in groups where they're like, drop someone else's link, and he drops my link consistently. He's such a great guy. But if you're looking for family friendly stuff, the kid friendly, that's where he's at. And it's so important. There's not enough of it. And my kids are always trying to, they get into my comic stash and like, can I read this? This looks cool. No.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I had the same issue. It's like I'm really glad. Like Cindy just sent me Animal Eye
Yeah.
in the Christmas package, Animal Eye #4.
Cool.
Those are the comics that come up missing out of my box the most.
Yes, because the kiddos get them, right?
Because the kids love that series. It's like I'll be like talking to somebody about Cindy, and I'll be like, "Yeah, let me show you the book," and I'll go look for the books, and they're gone. Kids got them upstairs. Yep. It's like, yes, that's what I want,
Yep.
But there is not enough of that in indie comics. Not enough kid stuff. And look,
No.
guys, if you want those kids to grow up into teenage and young adult comic customers, you gotta bring them in now. You gotta woo them now with stuff. You know what I mean? Look, little Gabe and my son took Gabe to see Sonic, the new movie the other day.
Yeah.
Right. Now I haven't asked them for a review yet. I know my son made a mention about Keanu Reeves doing the voice, and that he knew he could tell it was Keanu right away. It wasn't like he had to try and wait and figure out who's saying what. It was like he knew, oh, that's Keanu. But the little guy didn't know none of that. Well, he knows Sonic, right? He just knows Sonic. So I'm gonna hit him up later today for a review, see what happens.
This was fun. By the way,
you got to include the kids. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The young people grow into older consumers. Woo them. Woo them.
I'm watching me destroy this jackfruit.
It took a bit.
It was hardy. You know
then
what
the stool,
though?
and then the stool went. Yeah.
Oh yeah, then the stool for sure. I was like, that was it. I heard it crack right on that one. Hugo. By the way, Katie Shaw just posted that she's almost done with Dragon Child. So I'm excited to get that one too. Because I got the fancy copy on that one.
Number 9.
Well, I think I got the big one. Like I got the catch up. Like it's the whole trade in a book, and she binds it. So
I'm trying to figure out if she's on number 9 or number 10. Can't remember. Talked to too many people about comics.
There it goes.
Now they're getting numbers behind them, and it's like, damn, what one are they on? What one?
Yeah.
She on? Because now everybody's got issues, not a comic. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody's growing.
Everybody's killing it. Look.
Here's Tom.
Yep. They won't be kids forever. Give them the quarter-cent books at a young age. It's okay to get destroyed. Yeah. Got a bunch of those too. I got boxes of those, but
Tom's going to be back on the show.
Does it? Is it better than Lion King? Is it?
Gosh, look at all these people. I mean, like we're not even all the way through. It's just amazing,
dude.
Madeline was on. Brandon finally came on.
Vaughn
was on.
He's looking for shows again too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we're going to try and get him on Killer Karen for sure.
Yeah, I told him Tuesday Morning Brew's way out, but yeah, we'll get you on Killer Karen for sure.
Yeah, Eddie. Oh, I love Eddie. Eddie's one of my favorite people.
Eddie Lima.
Yeah, he's just such a down-to-earth, cool guy. So appreciative. Has really good writing chops. He's an artist in his own right, but still like brought in sequential artists to tell his story. Just super cool guy. He's a friend of George Medina's, so you can tell like they have the same kind of vibe to them. So
right. Oh,
Lauren Roberts. Chris Roberts is coming on the show, I think soon. I think in January. So she's super cool. She's a novelist. She sent me some books. This was a lot of fun talking to her too.
that was a good interview.
Yeah. She was so interesting. And then Chris, oh my gosh, I can't wait for you guys to meet Chris, because that's how I met Lauren, was through Chris. Is he runs a podcast. It's him and our friend Fergal Amayo, who owns Gotham Knights comic book store, who I got to meet in person when I was in Michigan last. And another guy, I think Jeremy something. And they talk about movies, they nerd out about movies. So I was on that podcast. And then I found out that Chris also makes nerdy furniture. So he does like nerdy cabinets and game tables, like custom made beautiful wood pieces. So yeah, Levi, dude, send me either an email or whatchamacallit, DM me, and I'll send you a Calendly link and you can book it. All of 2025 is open. So if you guys know when you're going to be needing promotion, you can go book it way in advance, but just please put it on your calendar, because if you forget, then I got to go searching for somebody. I don't want to do that. Don't like it.
That's okay. We'll tease him about it all the way up. We won't let him forget. We won't.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Mark Maya is another really cool person to meet this year. This book was also hilarious. Another person with a really good sense of humor. I think I got all of these too. I was like, shut up and take my money. It's too funny. Here's DM Ray again. And then here we are, end of the year blowout.
You see what we're saying, people?
Prisons.
What it is we talk to a lot of people about comics. If you're following up in the madness, you're not going to miss much.
Leah.
What's
all right,
up?
stop trying this. Hi, Leah. Leah is another one of my favorite people. I'm so excited. She's one of the hosts of the two-person host Zombie Book Club podcast, which I've met so many incredible people on that show, not to mention Leah and Dan, who are incredible people and just really great. You know, they read the path and they're fans, but I always have a good time on their show. They ask the best questions, you know what I mean? Because they've read the story and we do like a real deep dive. Last time I was on the show, we were talking about how sex works in Path of the Pale Rider. Well, yes, we did. We totally did a deep dive into that. So we had a fun time.
I gotta throw this out there real quick.
What's that?
Because she's got a show, so you know me. I'm gonna do it. If you'd like to bring your show too.
Oh, yeah, but they're audio only.
That don't matter. We can podcast that stuff. We can slideshow. There's all kinds of things we can do, man.
That's true.
You know, I mean.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Ghost Pepper on Pilled. What's up? Thanks for watching. We love you on Pilled. So, William Russell is still here. Hey, love you, dude.
That Ghost Pepper's cool. He's like damn near in every show, man. He shows up all the time. He's like.
Speaking of Ghost Pepper, that's what I put in my barbecue Path of the Pale sauce. It's delicious. But yeah, I'm going to be back on Zombie Book Club soon. We're going to be recording. And so we're going to have a good time again. We got so much more to talk about. There's so much has happened. And issue 5 was just insane. So I'm looking forward to when we do the next round of promotion for Path of the Pale Rider. So we can actually talk about some of the things that happened in issue 5. I haven't talked about it yet because I want to make sure everybody has a chance to read it before I start spoiling things, of course. But we're going to talk about the dog. We're going to talk about the riots. We're going to talk about Lola. We're going to talk about all your theories about Dwayne Fink and what's coming. And what does it mean at the end? Because we left you hanging in Spanish. Yes, I'm excited for that. So I was also on they do an annual, well, I think it's an annual thing now, Leah, with the zombie, the Halloween. Yeah, you need to do a podcast about podcasters. Sure, go ahead. I'd love to hear what you think. But yeah, we do a game show, the Zombie Wing game show. And I have dubbed myself all-time queen. I don't care who else wins the show. I am the original Zombie Wing queen. And forever Zombie Wing queen. I'm just gonna say that I dub myself queen of all time. So I'm looking forward to being on that every year and harassing all the new contestants. But I got to meet some amazing people this year and made friends. Joe Salazar and her book, The Dead Weight. I loved it. I got it. And I actually did a rebind for that. It was a ton of fun. I've been rebinding books this year. God, what else have I not done this year, Pops?
I don't know. I'm just along for the ride. I throw an idea out there every now and then. Some of them you run with, and we just have fun. Right?
Oh, man. Yeah, Leah apparently made me a crown. Here, wait till you get your crown. I'm excited. And there'll be pictures, profile pictures, bio pictures.
Bio picture. Yes, yes.
It's so gross. I'm so excited. Is it weird that I want it more now? I'm just saying. If it has body parts on it, even better. Like my Christmas shirt with the zombie tree from Santa Claus, right? It has like zombie heads on it.
Yeah, that was a good shirt. That was a good drawing. I like that one.
Yeah, I made that into a shirt. So it's an option of merch that you can now get on Kickstarters. I have that one. I have a new Big James one. It's a black shirt. You know, it's the David Rodriguez bear where has arrows sticking out of his head and it has the swipe. And it was a white shirt with that in black. Well, now it's a black shirt with that in multicolor. So I have that one. I have the Divide, which is the original picture that we used on the Kickstarter with the angel and skull with the wings with the gold line down the middle. So I have that one available. And then we'll probably do the Big Boy, Big James as well. Everybody loves that one. So that one's going to be everywhere.
Bob's Big Boy was iconic.
The Big Boy?
Bob's Big Boy, the restaurant. It was
the restaurant, yeah.
Everywhere. You know, that little dude was standing outside of restaurants all over the country.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
where is it? Do I have him on the Kickstarter?
Big James Big Boy is like just good. It's like, you know.
Well, you know, the story behind that, right? It was the cover for issue 3 where we jump back in time and it's Jude St. Clair sitting on he's sitting on an ambulance eating a burger as the world burns down behind him. And on the bag, it says Big James Burgers. So that was Marco's sense of humor. And I was like, it makes perfect sense that the bear, you know, later in the story is called Big James because he turns people into hamburger. And so they just made it a joke. Like, that's Big James will turn you into meat. You know what I mean? Don't go down that road. And so it just comes full circle, you know, with this. And I came up with this idea. I was like, Big James, Big Boy. I was like, Gilbert. I'm like, what if we did this? And I sent him the Big Boy picture, but Big James. And he was like, haha, that's funny. He's got a great sense of humor too. And added, you know, and I was like, put a gross burger on that platter. And Big Boy James was born. So we're going to have probably t-shirts, stickers, like holographic stickers, and 3D printed figurines of this bad boy. Yeah. That's what's coming.
Cool.
So that's what do I have planned for here's a little, right before we end the show, I'll show you some of the stretch goals we have planned for issue 6. So of course we have the poker cards. I'm not showing you which ones I'm going to release yet. We have the PDF bundles. I always start with the Horror Friends bundle. Here's the holographic stickers, the slice and dice, of course. And then we're going to have scratch and sniff stickers, temporary tattoos. We're going to do a new one. And if we get to 8,000, I'm going to reveal preview pages of the Big James standalone short. I have written a short story. It's 8 pages of Big James just destruction, running through buildings and killing everyone.
Nice. I love it.
It's just destruction. And so we could have a Big James standalone series of shorts. We just got to make a little money so you can help me make it. That's it. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. So if we break 8,000, we haven't broken 7,000. So this is a little bit of a stretch, but If we get
Just
there, we'll do it.
remember, people, every 50 backers releases a poker card.
Yeah, that too. We've been building.
50 backers. Look,
These are cool, yeah.
we need like 5 more cards at least. 5 more. I need more. I need the whole
I
deck.
know.
The
We're going to be building this for a while, which is good because we haven't even gotten to all the characters that go on the cards yet. But there's a Lola card I would like to release. I would like to release more of the aces. There's another Joker card. And of course, we gotta get through some of these number cards. But every single suit has a theme. I don't know if you figured that out. So the hearts, Jude St. Clair is there. I'm not going to say who else is in the hearts category, but the spades category is the undead, obviously with the Scullies. So we have Big James and we have other undead in that category. So lots more coming in there too. Some really cool stuff. So gotta love it. At some point I need to release a box as well. And I did mention, you guys, that once we finish the white deck, there's a black deck, right? Yeah, there's an inverse to this. And so you can play games like International Rummy that take 2 decks with Path of the Pale Rider cards. I have something super cool planned for the double deck. So, oh man. All good stuff. I need to do more pictures. I think that's the next step for me on this is, taking more pictures, putting it up here, but so many options. Let's see, is the new one on there? There's the new one. Did you see it? Blink and you miss it. I gotta put more on there. The characters are gambling with their lives. Yes. There is I have ideas for a board game. I have been working on the second Choose Your Own Path storyline called Don't Panic. We have, I think, a video game that we're planning. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming in 2025. We'll see if I can pull it all off. Let's be honest. But some good stuff. That's the divide that was just there. So anyway. It's going to be a wild ride in 2025 as long as the world doesn't explode. That's what I got to say about that. And that, my friends, I think we're going to end there. It's been a wild ride. And we will do it again soon. I'll be back next week. We'll start again with guests. We got a ton of guests. I think I'm booked out. January's booked. I think February I have 1 slot left and people are booking into March. So if you're interested in coming on the Tuesday Morning Brew, reach out to me so we can get you booked. So that way you don't miss out on a spot. I'm going to be live with issues 1 through 6 starting on February 1st. It'll be from February 1st to February 28th. So you're going to see me on everybody's show doing, I'm going to try to be live every single night. So trying to promote Path of the Pale Rider. I would appreciate all of that from you guys. What's that? What are you going to say? You're muted. Pops, you're muted.
Levi said Happy New Year, and I'm looking at Levi, and it's like, I'm going to see you in 3 hours.
Oh. Yes. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you have a chance to sit and reminisce about your 2024. And I hope you all enjoy tonight. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. And kiss your babies. And we'll see you all next year. Starts tomorrow, yo. All right. Love you all. Bye.
Click on the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey!
Chicken nuggets.